47 leads for the BJP, 41 for the Congress. I want to walk across to the election intelligence dashboard and give our viewers a sense of whether Chhattisgarh is settling in or could there be a twist in the tail. If BJP wins Chhattisgarh, it's 3-1. In the heartland, it's 3-0. That's a big win for the BJP. So it's Chhattisgarh which will determine whether the match ends in a 2-2 draw or it ends in a big victory. And the margin calculator is very important in determining where things stand at this moment. In the live data feed that we are getting, there are 63 seats at this moment where the margin between the winner and the runner-up is less than 500 votes. The BJP is leading on 31 of those. The Congress is leading on 31. So unless you're a betting man, you keep your money in your pocket, because at this moment, Chhattisgarh is a very closely fought race, Rajdeep.
Rahul, we want one super over. You and I want one super over, given the way the other three elections have gone, where we predicted who's forming a government in Hyderabad, in Bhopal, and in Jaipur. But in Raipur, I think all bets are off. And remember, others are now two. One of them is Hamar, I'm told. That's the Adivasi party, which is leading in one. The other one is BSP. So what you have possibly in Chhattisgarh is, we've been talking about resorts and post-poll politics. I don't think many people expected that Chhattisgarh would throw it. Most people thought Rajasthan. I think that's where the polls have gone wrong. But Chhattisgarh is a tightly contested fight, except for 2018. Go back to 2003. Every election in Chhattisgarh, vote shares between parties have been within the margin of error of 3%. So you could see either of these two sides emerging victorious at the moment. The BJP looks in pole position, and I still think that you could have an election that goes to a super over. But it again shows the sharp rise in BJP's fortunes.
You can see that on the map.
Look at where the Congress, from 68, Congress is down to 40.
Rajdeep,
and the BJP's come up on 50
instead
to
of words, it's best illustrated through this data visualization. Look at this map from 2018 of Chhattisgarh. Look at how blue dominates all the way from the south to the north. Come now to 2023, where there's been a saffron surge in Chhattisgarh, a big pushback against the kind of dominance the Congress had. The Congress clearly took their position for granted, thought Chhattisgarh was in the bag. The BJP in Chhattisgarh at this moment seems to have snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. 49 versus 39. The BJP is engineering an election marvel at this moment in Chhattisgarh. This is election magic from a BJP perspective, Rajdeep.
No, I think, Rahul, it's a complete wave in that region. Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. It's a complete wave, and I don't see Congress forming government unless they have 48, 49, 50 in Chhattisgarh, because the others are not going to back Bhupesh Baghel at all. This is the thing. And I think there is a very strong it's a pro-Modi, pro-Hindutva, pro-Ram Mandir kind of wave, because it was not visible at the ground as such.
No, I think it is actually a belief that the BJP is a better organized party than the Congress.
Yeah.
Elections are increasingly about last mile organization and your micromanagement.
Who played better cricket? It's like, sometimes, it's like they just played better cricket.
That's right. No, and Rahul used the Australia analogy. The Australia analogy, when they played the final, they prepared for all conditions. They chose, they had the right people at the right moment. Pat Cummins knew when to slow down the game. You put Travis Head at the top. I think the BJP is a part. One thing we don't. One thing you don't realize about the BJP, and this is the problem with a lot of people. There is an election machine that works right down. I think Jaivir put it well. They are willing to be flexible. They realized that perhaps things were not going so well in Chhattisgarh a few months ago. They made those course corrections.
I'm willing to bet that somewhere in the BJP office, in the top echelons, this week they will have a meeting on Telangana 2024.
And they will hope with these numbers. A police officer just sent me a message saying, look, BJP will hope, with BRS out of the picture seemingly, they will start occupying that space. Because the moment the Congress is in power, the Congress will now see Telangana as an ATM. And then you will, the BJP will try and capitalize on that.
Because the BJP always finds it easier to take on the Congress rather than a regional
party. That's right. I want to argue about one point. Yes. He talks about Ram Mandir. With due respects, where was Ram Mandir an issue in this election in Madhya Pradesh?
Mr. Ashok Malik, in every public meeting, Prime Minister spoke about it.
No, but where was it a contested issue?
And there are a lot of Katawachaks. No. Look at the ground. You see, as reporters, we don't like to. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm not suggesting Ram Mandir
lot of
was not
Katha
spoken
watchers
about.
were out on the ground, and they were all kind of this thing. This campaign was very much there.
In Rajasthan, yes, Mr. Malik,
You know,
not
but-
in Madhya Pradesh.
Not
But
in
in
Madhya Pradesh.
Rajasthan,
It's been
yes.
going on for-
Not in
for
Madhya
months.
Pradesh.
You know, there were some pundits in our studio, some of them outside, who when the initial trends were coming were talking about how great a day today is going to be for Rahul Gandhi and how this is the comeback of Rahul Gandhi in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. I mean, if this is the data that holds, it doesn't really show Rahul Gandhi, Rajdeep in very good light. I mean,
shows
because
there's a
initially
wave.
all the...
Because there's a
Yeah,
wave.
because
No,
everybody was making it Rahul Gandhi ne aisa kar diya, waisa kar diya. Now what?
Because there is a wave.
No,
See,
1 minute.
the
It's not-
welfareism was bashed by Ashok Gehlot and Bhupesh Baghel. So welfareism is not a, a kind
Now,
of...
if it
big
go,
ticket thing.
earlier, all of you were saying, oh, Rahul Gandhi's done this,
Can I
done that.
just-
His credibility is
No,
much
no,
higher
Rahul-
post the
No,
Bharat
he's
Jodo
lost
Yatra.
in
Now
the
what's
Hindi
happened?
No,
heartland.
1 minute. Can I just make this point that Rahul Gandhi, Bharat Jodo Yatra, is working south of the Vindhyas where the Congress organization is already well established and the Congress is the principal challenger either to the regional party or the BJP. He has
you don't have to work every day.
he has not offered any narrative. Let me finish. He has not offered any narrative which can shake up the Hindi heartland, where clearly Mr. Modi is Neta number one.
No,
by
but 2
some
hours
distance.
ago, the narrative in this studio was different.
No, not at
Everybody
all.
was talking about how great a job Rahul Gandhi has done. Now it will be a big victory for Rahul
I'm
Gandhi.
saying it. You see, Rahul, I'm saying that Rahul Gandhi is this thing of Mohabbat ki dukaan has not clicked. वो दुकान बंद हो गई.
आप तो सुबह बोल रहे थे क्लिक कर गई.
No, the results have proved otherwise.
That's what I'm
Why
saying.
say
No,
that?
that's the problem with pop punditry.
No, it's not panditry. It's, you see, the thing was not when Prime Minister Modi was talking about, Ram temple issue, people thought it's not an issue, it's not finding traction. It shows that it has found traction. When Katha watchers were going town to town, city to city, village to village.
You can't say Madhya Pradesh has
Rahul,
been
I
working
don't think
with the
this
Ram Mandir.
election has anything to do with Ram Mandir or Hindutva. Elections, state elections are fought distinctively on local issues based on the quality sometimes of your local leadership, your organization of elections, your last mile connectivity. I have been saying this for the longest time that the Congress on all these fronts is weak in the Hindi
But
heartland.
Rajdeep, in a
And it's not just
multitude-
doing one Bharat Jodo Yatra is not going to repair the damage organizationally that you've had over 20 years in the Hindi heartland. On the other hand, just a minute, sir. Because let's be fair. In the southern part, we make sweeping statements either way. There are nuanced statements to be made. In the Hindi heartland, for the last 20 years, the BJP has been the dominant party. The Congress is organizationally weak. You can't recover it with one yatra. On the other hand, in South India, the Congress is organizationally more robust.
Come on, in Telangana they hardly had an organization before Karnataka. A lot of
so
it
you're
they
not
put
going to give
together
them-
now.
No, you can't.
No,
you can't-
the point
you
I'm
can't
making.
have
No,
it
one
both
second,
ways.
because
Rahul
Rajdeep,
Kanwar, you
no,
can't
no.
have it both ways and say South India, I will give no credit to the Congress, but I will give
No.
all the credit to the BJP in the Hindi heartland.
Hari.
I am giving all the credit to the BJP in the
But
Hindi
you're totally
heartland. I am
misunderstanding.
giving credit to the Congress
You are
in Telangana.
misrepresenting what I'm saying. The point I'm making is that if they won in Telangana, it's because there was massive anti-incumbency against the state government.
It was not a
There were-
pro-Congress
It's
vote,
not
it was
as if
anti-BJP.
our pundits sitting
but
on
he-
one side were making it seem as if
But no,
Rahul
no,
Gandhi's
Rahul.
led the party to
Rahul,
power in
40 rallies
Telangana.
by